Hi, I'm Sandy Ingram, and I have a story to share with you regarding the Iraqi Dinar, the U.S. Secretary of State, and the Iraq War. I know this story is true because it happened to me. But first, I want to share two insider tips with you. I don't know what's coming in reference to the world currency reset or the impending financial issues that people are talking about. But what I do know is this: you must protect yourself in case of a sudden revalue, reinstatement, or float of the Iraqi dinar. You must also protect yourself against a sudden financial ups or downs. The best way for a taxpayer to protect themselves is to make sure you can step into the shoes of a debt millionaire. Now you may ask, what's a debt millionaire? You see, buying real estate, business, property, stuff is a good idea when people are struggling and need money. And I'll tell you this, in all the years of my preparing taxes, the wealthiest clients provided food, housing, or mandatory services to people. Mandatory services is like child care. A mother can't work unless she has child care, meaning you want to be able to take advantage of whatever happens. In order to survive when everyone else is falling, you need to have good credit. It also would be a good idea to get your passport just in case the IQD is exchanging at much higher rates in another country. I'm recommending this book, which you can find on Amazon, because you can start the task of building or rebuilding your credit for the price of this book, free if you have a Kindle Unlimited account. I will put the link in the description. The name and locations have been changed to protect the innocent. The story takes place after 2005 and before 2009. I had a tax client who took her mother to, let's just say, to the Virgin Islands. While on vacation for 7 days, she was walking on the beach on the first night of the vacation while her mother was in her hotel room doing whatever mothers do after traveling all day. She met a man. They talked until the sun went down, and while it was still light outside, they returned to the hotel. He was a U.S. soldier just returning from Iraq and was taking some time off before returning home. They liked each other and pretty much spent the rest of the 6 days together, including the mother on most nights and days. The mother liked the young U.S. soldier. To make a long story short, my client and her mother brought the U.S. soldier home with them. I know, isn't that great? Of course, I got to meet him because he hadn't filed his taxes due to the fact that he was in Iraq. He gave me his file folder to prepare his unfiled tax returns, and I began the work. In the file folder was a letter on U.S. State Department letterhead signed by Condoleezza Rice, who was then Secretary of State. The letter was addressed to all military personnel and encouraged the soldiers to invest in Iraq. The letter was from the U.S. government State Department. I asked my tax client, could I act upon the information? He said, sure, no problem. He talked to me about soldiers having to clean their boots because they were always stepping into black gold oil. That was seeping up through the ground in Iraq. You can purchase real Iraqi currency on the Amazon. The link is below the video. That's when I decided to invest in the Iraqi dinar. I was not aware at the time of the history between Iraq and Israel. All I knew was the U.S. government had billions of the new currency and which was expected to help pay for the war. Bottom line, people, is this. We better hope the Iraqi dinar is not a scam, because if it is, we, meaning U.S. government and U.S. taxpayers and IQD investors, are in for a big letdown. This is my story on why and how I invested in the Iraqi dinar. Now, having said that, I must say this. Because of the political issues involved, and if Iraq insists on upholding Saddam's beliefs when it comes to Israel, then it may be true. The Iraqi dinar may never revalue. But that doesn't mean it won't increase in value. And our investment in the Iraqi dinar doesn't mean we are taking sides in the Middle East conflict either. It just means our country took a stance, our Congress voted, and we went to war in Iraq. Regardless of who's right or wrong or what your personal beliefs are, this is what our country did. My tax dollars and yours funded the war. For many of us, we feel an obligation to help rebuild this war-torn country. The fact that we can possibly benefit financially just makes the task easier.